welcome to episode 2 of the Spirit Essence Show. This is where I, as your hostess with the mostest, Tara Diana, I am an empowerment medium, bring to you two spiritual practitioners to have heartwarming, thoughtful conversations about any topic that I throw out there. So they don't even know what I've decided with spirit to throw out there. The topics are always spiritual, always metaphysical, with a little bit of humanness in them. So I would like to introduce to you all, Spirit Essence Gang, to Francis Pullin and to Angele Valade. And these are two beautiful, intuitive mediums, both working in different ways. Francis, why don't you take a second and tell us how you are of service? What do you bring to the table for your clients?
I am an intuitive medium. I am also a channel of Mozart and others. I have written a couple of books, and the most important one to me, sorry, Amadeus, but is loving the me and me. And I teach retreats based on loving the you and you and going back to the beginning, doing some shadow work, just falling in love with yourself. You're beautiful, you're fabulous, you're wonderful creatures, and we get lost. We get lost along the way. So I will be offering that throughout the year.
Oh, very nice. So empowering. I love that as an empowerment medium. That's my whole jam, right? Going down that road. Okay, every time you say Amadeus, I get that song. Do you remember that song from like the 80s, Angel? Oh my God. Yeah. That's going to run through my head for like ever now. Francis, welcome to the show. I'm super excited to have you here. Can't wait to hear your thoughts and perspectives on the topic. Angel. Angel's been in my world forever. She is also part of the Spirit Essence Collective, where I bring together a group of people that I feel are high vibing, motivated to be of service, individuals. You can always check them out on the website, spiritessencebytaradiana.com, under the collective, my list of peoples. And maybe one day, Francis, you would love to come and join us on that list.
I love that.
See?
So far, it's beautiful.
Thank you. And Angel, tell us a little bit about yourself, babe. I know everything there is to know, but tell us a little bit of something about how you're of service to others in this space right now.
I think for me, I could bring it down really short and sweet. It sums it up. My business name is basically creating a happy medium between some, like, I love that this lady is here and my first time meeting her, because it is all about loving you. So it's creating a happy medium within your existence of being divine, a spiritual being here in the physical world. So we have extremes. There's always the law of duality. So for me, it's been a lot about creating that happy medium, right? The integration. So that's how I like to be of service. I'm very creative in how I do what I do. There's definitely, it's pretty amazing. The more that you're opening and inviting spirit to take the lead into your life, you know what it's like, right? Spirit essence, obviously, you know, when you actually see the way that spirit flows through, it is just like so incredible. So that's how I like to be of service, is just to create a happy medium. But I had to create that for myself first, right?
Yes.
Which is why it's my happy medium, right? And then I help other people discover theirs, right?
Truth.
Yeah.
And listen to all of us here talking about bringing people empowerment. How to empower yourselves. We can show everyone all day, every day, how to be empowered. They just have to want to accept it. And sometimes we forget in our humanness, because we're spirit having that human experience, and sometimes we forget. So my heart out to you guys. I love the vibe. I love the idea that we are raising people's vibrations consciously and subconsciously. Like, that is the jam. Like, that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. We want people to feel all that good energy, because like attracts like, right? Yay!
Absolutely.
Okay. I feel like...
All right, yeah, I'm ready for this. Bring it on.
I feel like Mr. Burns on The Simpsons. I've got something percolating. Now,
Okay,
all
let's
of the
go.
show, because this is the only second one. That the Spirit Essence show is revamped a few times, but this now is to bring on spiritual practitioners and have conversations about different things, not always the same stuff over and over again. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of get tired about telling people how to ground themselves. I do that every day in my world, with the mentorships and all the jazz. So I have a whole list of questions, but we're only doing one today. I want you to prepare
Okay.
yourself.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go,
So,
Yella.
and this will lead into all sorts of conversation. So we're going to love this. You might be a little startled at first. I feel like I'm pumping up the energy here. Do you believe, let's all have a sip of water,
Suspense.
that hell,
I'm waiting.
Hell, exists? Any place of punishment for mortal type sins, i.e., murder, etc., etc.
Oh my God.
So let you guys percolate with that a little bit. Let me talk a little bit about this. I do not believe in hell. I do not believe in hell. I do not believe in purgatory. And we when we all start chatting and talking, I'll go into a little bit more about that. But I do not fall in that space of, to me, that feels very organized religion. I'm going to open the floor because before I could talk forever about this kind of stuff. So I'm going to open the floor. Francis, what are your thoughts? Does hell exist?
I'm with you. I'm with you. I have never pictured fires and us being burned, and there's too much love.
Mm.
I will say that there's times in my life when I have a crisis and I think this is hell. So when I think about it, hell is those really crummy things you go through on earth that break your heart. They touch your soul. I lost a child at 33. Oh my God, I was in hell, but I climbed out. And if I think of the religious hell, there's no climbing out. You're
Mm.
just purgatory. You're burning forever. And I don't believe that. It for
Okay. Beautiful. Beautifully said along my lines. Angel, are you going to stick with us, baby, or are you going to knock us to the curb?
Well, obviously I'm gonna, true to again, form is creating a happy medium here. Okay, so like, listen, I don't believe that there is a place that we go to after death that we are burning in hell. Okay, however, okay, I do believe that we are sent in an energetic vibration to where we are either closest to the divine source or as far as way in living in within ignorance. Okay, so we don't have peace, we don't have joy, we don't have any form of enlightenment or love or
In spirit?
any of that. Huh?
Are you talking about in spirit or down here on the earth?
No, just in general. So like for a person, okay, for when we're living in ignorance, we're creating our own personal hell without our awareness when we're living in ignorance.
Okay.
Okay, so like
Okay.
just think
That's
about it.
here.
We
That's
go out and
here.
we do all this nasty stuff. It's the law of vibration. It's a reflection of back of what how we think, feel, act, do. Okay, so if we are in our ignorance, we're going to have jealousy, we're going to have hatred, we're going to have all this negative energy vibrations. And don't tell me we don't do that because let's take a look in the world and let's take a look at the way that people are in ignorance. So I think actually, in some ways, we do live on hell on earth, but that is a separation and ignorance away from the divine truth. But then again, you got to remember there is that law of duality. You can't have heaven without hell, you can't have hot without cold. Okay,
That's
so
a good point. So let me
you
stop
see
you
what
right
I'm
there.
saying?
Let me stop you right there. I get what you're saying. You do not believe in the religious hell that's depicted in Christian, Catholic, whatever. I don't even know because I don't follow any organized
The
religion.
hellfire,
Yeah,
even the
that whole
Muslims
thing. The
believe in
devil's down
hellfire.
there doing his, guy's little pointy
I
horns.
I feel that we create that ourselves. We have that. We
Okay.
have that. And then I
So
think that, yeah, there's a lot to be on this topic. Holy shit, what a question to drop.
so let me say this though. you brought this up. So there's dark, there's light, there's positive, there's negative, there's good, there's bad. Okay, yes, we know that. But you brought up something interesting, and this is another topic. I can do this one way down the line though, because it will come back to the hell thing. But heaven then. Heaven.
But see, again, we're coming back down to a vibration, a frequency.
I can
Okay.
accept that. I can accept that this is a frequency. Okay, Francis,
Yes.
I want to go back to the heaven idea for a second here. I get it that we create our own hell, and we do. I mean, it's natural. We have to. That's the whole purpose of being down here, is to grow and ascend and move through energies. And so, Angel's not wrong in anything that she's saying. But if we can talk about there being no hell, then, and then people say, well, is there a heaven? What are your thoughts?
Heaven that I learned in church as a child doesn't exist either.
Okay, I flow with that.
And having my son on the other side of the veil, which means he's right here. He's always beside me. His energy is always with me. My parents, my siblings, my friends. I know so many people on the other side. I could own heaven if I wanted, but I don't. I don't want to own it. Anyway, my point is their souls continue to grow and develop. And one of the things that I'm having fun with right now is I talk to my mom a lot. And she was never my mom as a child. She was my mother, you know, the fearful one. And now she's my mom. And she's helping me to write my next book. And I said, I don't know what to call it. I said, I want it to be about loving the you in you. And she said, loving the you in you from the mother's point of view. So
Okay.
she is busy working through all of her issues, becoming a better soul. And she wants to talk to me about why she did the things she did that I was so ticked off about and had to do my shadow work to make myself feel better, when all the time there's a really good reason why she chose some of her words. And I started the book this year,
Congratulations.
and it's just exciting. So
So
they're
heaven,
growing, and when we go on the other side, we're gonna grow and develop more. And we return just to learn more lessons and maybe be more beautiful than we were, or maybe just to teach all the beautiful things we've learned.
so heaven then is just a word, it's an idea. It's something that's been put out there that we all want to aspire, apparently, to move into. I know for me personally, I have asked my guides, I've asked the highest masters that I work with, what does this even mean? So I can actually have some kind of conversation with clients if they bring this
Yes.
up, or with the spiritual people I mentor. Let's have this conversation. I had it a very long time ago, and it was very, very much like this. There is no heaven, there is no hell, there is no purgatory. These are all things that have been made up in the human realm for control,
Yeah,
power, and greed. Okay.
absolutely. Yep.
I felt that. I can take that.
Including the concept of time.
It
Yeah.
goes back to, literally, we all want something better for ourselves. And we want to believe that when our loved ones, and I also had a son that passed. He passed in 2023 at 19 years old. So, when we all want to believe that when they go to the other side, that's something good over there. Well, I can tell you just from the work that I do that it is exactly what it's meant to be, which is a place to continue to grow and ascend. So I don't have spirits that come through. And I can't explain why other mediums might, but I don't have spirits that come through to me and they're like, I'm in hell. This is terrible. They have
Yeah.
longings, but all that human garbage that's placed on us when we're here and we have to work through. And you talk about shadow work and whatnot, and everyone sees that stuff differently. Cord cutting, severing, and inner child and all that stuff. I tend to say, okay, that stuff is lesson learned, like move into that power energy. And what does heaven exist for me? It is just a place where our souls go to rejuvenate, to regenerate, to realign, reconnect. So hell doesn't exist.
Mhm.
We wish hell, not me
Mhm.
personally. Well, maybe I'm in the court system
Mm-mm.
stuff right now, but
Be
but
careful.
I
Careful.
do no. Be authentic in yourselves. I validate that I have extreme emotions right now towards the
Oh, of
people
course.
that have done what they did to
Of
me
course.
unwittingly and my.
Absolutely.
I validate that. I live in
Absolutely.
authenticity. And so when
I
I
know
go
you
to
do.
I'll be going to court again in the next few days. When I go to court and I sit in front of those people, they feel me. They feel me. Do I wish ill intent upon them? No, I don't wish ill intent upon. I wish that they feel what I feel. So they need to be able to connect
Mhm.
with me. And spirit doesn't hold me back from that. And that's the cool thing because I know what spirit
Mhm.
is. I know how that works. So
Yeah.
do I believe they're going to hell? Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Do I want them to go to hell? Absolutely not. I want them to ascend and change and grow. But that's their journey over there. Right now, we need to be human and we need to validate the human experience.
It's not
Absolutely.
ours to judge. It's not up to us to say they're anything but exactly what they came here to be and the lessons that they have to learn.
Truth,
Mm.
truth. That doesn't mean, and again, we're going to get off topic here a little bit. That doesn't mean that my authenticity is held back. So I acknowledge, I
No.
validate every emotion I feel, every thought
Mhm.
process, and I just work through it. I never hold it, and I
Yeah.
never let it
Good
define
girl.
me.
Good
That's, I
girl.
think, the key. We can have, like,
Yeah.
we're human. Don't pretend we're not human. We are human and we are here to have the experience of
No.
it. So step into that, baby, but
Oh
don't
yeah.
anything, anything toxic define you. Any experience that is
Mhm.
negative or toxic, do not let it
Yeah.
define you. Experience it,
Absolutely.
validate it, shift it, change it,
Yeah.
move on. That's the
And
goal.
that's how you create hell if you stick in your suffering. You know
Yes.
that, right? In your ignorance. That's how you
That's right.
create hell. You create that, that's that energy. So I just want to just run back around just for this heaven thing to say that you are creative. You create heaven within you. Have everything, heaven, the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God. Okay, shall we go there? Okay, it's
Ooh, I'm a
all
little frightened to
within
change the
you,
topic.
baby. It's all within you, all within
Mhm.
you. You want to enter into the kingdom of heaven? You got to go within yourself and know thyself and know that you are inside of you is this the divine being that, yes, every single day we have this fucking brutal, and I mean brutal, I could swear here,
Yes, you
existence
can.
as
I
a
mean, do you
human.
know who
Okay,
I
you have this brutal fucking existence sometimes. Look at the
you
kind of
know who I
suffering that
am.
we've been within that suffering. There is so much wisdom, and it's in that suffering that you really get to know who you are. And I hate to say because people get triggered by it, but I don't know what else to call it. But God, that's when your soul is fucking calling out to God. And I don't give a fuck who you are, how much you don't believe. There is going to be a moment in your time that your soul is going to be begging for God. And that's when we either enter the kingdom of heaven or we stay in our hell. And it's not a religious, I don't know what else to call it, Tara. Okay. They call
Fair
me
enough, baby.
Angel. Oh God, I don't know a way around this. Okay. If we can figure it out, we can get creative. I'm all for getting out of this whole God
Okay.
talk. Okay. But I
So
don't know
let's talk
how.
a little bit.
But
Let's
that's
let's
how we create heaven. Right.
okay, so let's talk a little bit though about why our humanness thrives. Not everyone. I'm looking at Francis's face. I'm like, not everyone, baby. But our humanness thrives on the aspect of hell. Why do we, and again, when I say we, I'm using it broadly.
Yeah, it's collective.
Why do we
Collectively.
find that really we need this idea that there's some kind of retribution, there is something
Okay.
that is like all consuming. If you are a bad person, you have to pay a price. Why does it have to be as
Oh,
nasty
honey, baby,
nasty
you're going back to the beginning. Like, so, sorry, I would do this as quick as I could possibly can, but right away as you're talking, I'm hearing Angel bring her back to the Egyptians when they brought, you had to weigh the heart with the feather, and your heart to be as light as a feather, and again, I'm hearing right away, it's back to that vibration, that consciousness, that awareness. Okay, so we have been conditioned in so many different ways, especially
yes,
when
I
we're looking
agree.
at religion. Okay, so we have, you know, fuck, yeah, dude. And again, I keep hearing everything is within yourself. You know what I mean? It's in you. It's all within you, and it doesn't matter what religion you want to go to. There's going to be this element of truth. But again, I'm hearing it is, and I'm feeling, and this is what they're wanting me to say. It is the separation of God that is going to put you in hell. Because you got to remember, you are God. God is within you. You are God's creation. We did not create this earth. We did not create our human existence. So us to think that we are separate and on our own and detached and living in our ego, dude, that's fucking brutal. And that's where we
So
were
I'm going to
seeing
stop
this
you there.
whole mess.
I'm going to stop you there because because um that's like a whole topic that we can go into at a different time. What I want to say, what I'm hearing you saying is that there is so much of other people's belief structures and thought patterns and whatnot that gets put on us that we fall into this trap. It just becomes a subconscious thing. Hell, what do you think about when you think about hell? I love the way Francis put it, which was, bad things happen to us. We get stuck in this place. We lose a child. We lose a loved one. We have a terrific or horrific, not terrific, a horrific accident, and so that is hell because we have to go through the teachings of how learning what the lessons were from that. But
Awesome.
we are taught subconsciously or consciously, knowingly or unknowingly, that hell represents this fire and brimstone where you come in and there's devils and demons and demonic, and I'm like, oh, people, you
And
want
you're trapped there forever.
yeah, you want that shit, baby. Cheers. You have that because I
Mm-mm.
ain't going down that road. That ain't the thing for me. So again, whether you believe in a God of your understanding, God is not a word that resonates with me. I use creator,
Yeah, I
source,
know.
whatever, right? It's just whatever
Universe,
resonates with you.
whatever.
But I also truly believe that we have personal responsibility gifted to us by source, creator, whatever you believe in.
God, created the
Personal
blah, 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 blah.
responsibility and free will choice. So
Yep,
it's not even about ego.
absolutely.
When you think about
Nope.
health and sending, okay, so let's do this, Angel. You'll understand this,
Okay.
Francis. You'll be privy
Yep.
to this now. Ryan was murdered by friends, people so do I wish them to go to hell? Now, if you ask any one of Ryan's good friends, if you ask any of the people that Ryan grew up with, such as my friend Melinda, or any, they would be like, oh, absolutely, they need to go and burn somewhere. Do they actually believe that there is a hell for these people to go down to? Absolutely not. They
See,
don't.
but the thing is, they're going to be going into it anyway.
Well,
But
Okay.
it's just an
Because look at like
expression.
every.
that's it. That's it, Francis. Say it, baby.
It's just an expression. We know that if we say, I hope he burns in hell, you understand what I'm saying, even if you don't believe it, and I don't believe it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
And
using
you're
the word.
Christian.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't use the word, but it's okay to use the word. I don't say the F word. See, I couldn't even say it
Okay.
just now.
I knew I was
But
being bad.
But what I want to
I knew
say
it was.
is I know exactly what you mean when you say that word.
Right.
good point. Beautiful
It's
point.
got so many derivatives, and you could say it
Mhm.
laughing, you can say it any way you want.
Seriously, you can say it with anger. You could say it with ease.
All
Yeah, I get it.
context.
I get it. Go girl,
You
go girl.
know, you can
All the
say, oh,
context.
F you, and be laughing and taking the last donut out of the box, This is fine.
That would be
So,
me. That would
yeah,
be me.
yeah, we have expectations, and this God thing and this devil thing um, came through the churches because they want to control us.
That's right.
Some of us are not controllable.
An angel,
Some
you
of us
would
are
know that,
just,
Right.
baby. You are far, far from being controllable. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that with like a
all of
No,
us
no,
are.
I
That's
know.
good. I love it.
No, but you know what? I've been well maintained. I've been well groomed. Okay. Like this is where the happy medium comes in because it's like I do have to take into consideration, okay, yes, I have my own belief system and I do because I'm being guided and I know my shit. That's right. This is where I can't be controlled. However, I do have to take into account. I live in my reality, but you live in yours. You live in yours. Everybody lives in their own reality.
truth.
And then I cannot say that your reality does not exist
Truth. Truth.
or you know what I mean? Because but at the same time now, because I'm forced to relive in your reality now, somehow I have to integrate it into mine because I have to deal with somebody that lives in that reality. Do you see what I'm saying?
I
So, but
see.
at somehow, someplace, I cannot take away from my beliefs, but I have to incorporate other people's.
And I
And
don't
this is
think
where
you
it
have to
becomes
step
like
away
a
from your
potluck.
beliefs. I don't think you have
No,
to step
ab
away from them in any way,
not at
because just
all.
because
No,
someone doesn't
no.
agree with you doesn't mean they're right and you're wrong, or you're
Exactly.
right and they're wrong. It
No.
just, like you said, we live in our own reality
You know,
We
and
are
we get to
entitled
make
to
those
our
choices.
own
my
perspective.
friend, I'm just gonna, a
Let's go.
girlfriend of mine, I'm just gonna say this really quick and then I'll be quiet. But a friend of mine a long time ago, she said something to me when I was really struggling with my belief. And she said to me, she goes, I don't believe that in what you believe in, but I believe that you believe something. I believe, she said, I believe that you believe in what you believe in. And for me, that was enough to learn that, okay, I'm allowed to have
I
my
agree with
beliefs.
that.
Other people are allowed to have theirs. If they want to go burn in hell, that's fine. If they want to tell me to go burn in hell, it's like, oh, baby, I've already been there, man. There's like, nice try. And if I ever get visited and I go back there, I've had to come back and forth from hell and back so many times in my life. I got a roadmap I could sell. Hey, here's some
Hell.
shortcuts.
Like, I think what my point is that it's not the hell that is taught in, yeah,
No,
we've all been to hell. I'm still in hell.
no.
You know what
Yeah,
I
a
mean?
lot of us are because
Hell,
we're
and I'm
just still
fully capable of
suffering.
not being defined about
Yeah,
it, defined with
yeah,
it and moving through it, right? We are
yeah.
all
Yeah.
given the free will choice, and our perspectives are our perspectives. And what's happened in the world, and we're going to leave it at this, what's happened in the world is that everyone seems to think that they have the answer to
Mm,
whatever the question is. Everyone thinks it, so they will give it. What we have taught ourselves, and I'm speaking just for the three of us right now, and for the spiritual workers I know, what we've done is we've taught ourselves to believe in ourselves, to trust
mhm,
ourselves. And we can still have
mhm.
those moments of self-doubt and whatever, because that's the human experience that we're
Oh
meant to
my
have.
gosh,
But
it's so
does hell
hard.
exist in that you do something bad, you are going to burn? And bad is everyone's perspective as well. Like, so I don't believe it. Angel,
Yeah, that's where it comes back to karma, honey. It's like I know I've learned that ever since I was a long young girl. I did something bad, next thing you know, man. Oh, and I knew exactly where it come from when I did it, from when I put that out there. So you got to remember, again, we're going back to the frequency of our thoughts, our actions. Everything out there is going to be reflected back. So yeah,
so
I
do
hear you on
you
that.
believe in hell
Well,
as in fire and brimstone and all of that? The answer is doesn't
no,
exist.
no,
Okay,
no.
Francis?
No way.
Okay, so let me ask you one more question. Do you believe that we can create our own hell and live in it, Angel?
Yes, absolutely. I
Yes, thank
just
you.
explained that.
I, I know, I'm just putting it out there for the audience because there's a lot of going back and forth.
Sorry.
Francis?
Yes, you can.
Absolutely, I believe in that too. Ladies, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. Francis, I'd like to start with you first. Is there something you'd like to offer the audience, the Spirit Essence crew, the Empowering Intuitive Souls, my platforms?
The
Is there something
freezing.
you want to put out there, Lovey?
First of all, I'd like to say I'm honored to be here. Thank you very much. This was delightful.
I'm sure we scared you.
Who knew what to expect? I've been on other talk shows. I never get scared. I would like to say that I am a hypnotherapist and I'm offering a course in hypnotherapy. It
Hmm.
will be on
Oh,
Zoom and it will be in person here in Orange County, California. Um, all of the information will be on my website. I have my website, my phone number, my email. You can get me, leave a message on the phone because I don't take those oddball calls.
Okay, Francis, we will
Thank
have
you.
all that information for
Thank you.
everyone. And Angel, did you want to talk a little bit about an offer for everyone?
yeah, so coming into the new year, probably in April, the beginning of April, I am going to be doing a 5-day Osho Zen challenge workshop where I go through this incredible tarot deck that I've been using for the last 30 years that is all about a game of self-mastery, becoming the master of your own existence. So that look forward to that. You can look at for me online with my happy medium. Yeah, and all
You
the
can find
social
Angel.
media.
Yep, you can find
platforms.
Angel easily and effortlessly through the Spirit Essence Collective. She is on the website. She's got her own little link. It will take you right to her page and everything there. We will also have all her information for her class down below for you. Check us out on all our social media platforms. I am Spirit Essence by Tara Diana on everything: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Oh my goodness. Find it. I'm there and looking forward to connecting with everyone. Take care, my friends. Bye.